Contemporary Sri Lankan architects use 6 defining principles while designing residences for the modern-day, urban elite. The works of 3 significant architects of Sri Lanka are showcased here to illustrate the concepts. The first concept is that of the edge. The edge of the built form attempts to blur the lines between the inside and the outside. There is as much importance given to the landscape and the environment, and what is present outside the house, as to what is present inside the house. The edge is carefully articulated by use of semi-open spaces, or verandas which overlook ponds, pools, gardens, or the wilderness. The semi-open space is one of the most important architectural element of a typical Lankan house. The simple playfulness of being inside and outside, both at the same time, is a concept exhaustively used from Bawa's time till today. The second concept involves framing the many scenic views of the landscape. The architects place ample importance on the openings, not only for light and ventilation, but also for framing what one sees of the outdoors from the inside. Large openings, with steel or timber frames, corner windows, and glass panels are used to create transparency with the landscape, and to form a photographic image of the outside environment. The third concept looks at the increased attempts to use the vernacular style, along with contemporary ideals of residential architecture. The national identity and style revolve around balancing contextual regionalism, along with the international style. This makes the contemporary architecture of Sri Lanka unique in terms of style. The vernacular elements used are climatically appropriate, and form plenty of spatial experiences. These elements are courtyards and central courts, interlinked with usable spaces, clear-story windows, and skylights.
The fourth concept is the purity in materials, or the honesty of materials. Along with materiality, the structure is also simplified. The structure is sometimes raised on pilatus, to give it a lightness in character. The structural elements are sometimes made visible to the users, to demonstrate transparency. The material palette includes RCC, brick, timber, steel, and bamboo. More often than not, these materials are exposed, without a heavy plaster or cladding layer. The materials are also prominent by the use of screens, shutters, grills, louvers, and pivoted doors and windows. The fifth and final concept is that of simplified geometry. The built mass usually consists of simple, barrier-free, and linear spaces, connecting to one another through a series of verandas, semi-open spaces, internal spaces, or gardens and pools. The geometry is kept simple, with clean and planar lines, with bold voids in the solid facade.
This evolving national style is largely seen in the houses of elites. It is the embodiment of national identity, and is consistent and pure. Presence of a national style is a perfect tool for eliminating vagueness and showcasing some defining principles, but also providing liberty to the architects to create spaces for an architectural experience. The most visibly striking ideas of contemporary Lankan architecture are the lure of the picturesque, nostalgic undertones, and romantic imagery.